you only think you liked that movie. Don't worry, we'll set you straight. You're listening to The Fellas.
Highlander music, very appropriate. Very appropriate. You know, hey, Ray, you're on your A game today. Yeah, every once in a while it's good to give you a compliment instead of just, verbally beating the piss out of you.
Yeah, I try, man.
No. Every once in a while you're on your A game, man. Highland music's, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does on this one, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody listen to The Fellas. Today it's me, your boy, the one who would be king, Antoine. We got Ray over there.
Yeah.
Because, if I couldn't get someone to, at the very least, hold the door open for me, I'd fall flat on my face. Because, as I always said, I'm a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
What do about it? But today we saw a movie, and before I announced what that movie was, I want you guys to understand. And this is just me being greedy. Just trying to get some sympathy. I want you guys to understand that our job is not easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's truly, actually, sometimes very hard.
And I understand this is first world problems. You want to call me a ditzy blonde, that's fine. But some weeks, there's just not shit that I want to see. And then there's shit that I have to see because I'm like, the people, it's what the people want.
Yeah.
I'm like the insane Roman emperor. I give the people what they want, even if in hindsight it's something bad, whatever. I just need another 30 days without a revolt.
This would be our international viewing. That way we review something that's based for audiences abroad.
Like that. And a lot of times, like, oh, God, I don't want to see this. And, sometimes it's really painful. And I just want you guys to understand that. Because this is one of those days.
Yeah, it is one of those days. I was actually going into this movie not with much of high expectations. I knew I was going to battle with it, but I was hoping...
No, fuck that. We didn't want to fucking see this, period.
Okay, look,
but
I was trying.
There were no other options available.
It was that or Miss Bala. And I know Miss Bala...
fuck that. No. I would have just... Look, I love you, all you listening, but honestly, I would have said, you guys are going to just take the loss. You're not going to have one this week. I'm sorry. Fuck that. I'm not watching that shit. No.
So I would say, let's go with the little English boy instead of the...
Yeah, what was it called? What's the movie called again?
Shit, man. You know what? This thing is really rotten my brain.
Hold on. I take back the compliments I gave you. Hold on. The Kid Who Would Be King. It's a British film, thing for kids, and it's basically the idea of this kid who's supposed to be King Arthur, this sort of thing. It's a rompy comedy, sort of, whatever. PG. Would you say PG or PG-13?
No, this was definitely PG.
Yeah, no swear words whatsoever. I mean, you follow me when I'm in high school.
Oh,
this is going to be hard PG-13.
These kids are supposed to be in high school?
Bitch. I think in Britain it's different because the main character, I think, was 12.
Yeah, he would be in middle school. I would guess in middle school.
But there were clearly high schoolers in there. I mean, the kid who was supposed to be Merlin was obviously supposed to be a 15-year-old. There's just no fucking way.
Yeah.
So I think in Britain it's different. But either way, the 4-letter words would be spewing from my mouth at that age. Bitch, cunt, motherfucker. When I get home, it's different. You're not going to hear none of that shit. But before then, oh yeah, all that shit's coming out. And there was not a nary bad word. So I'm pretty sure this was a solid PG. And I'm going to go into a little bit of my shit, but I'm going to first just explain the premise. The idea is there's this kid. His name is Alex, who's supposed to be the reincarnation of King Arthur. Morgana Le Fay from the old King Arthur books, she's going to come back and take over the world. And these kids have to get together to do their thing to thwart them. Now, what I have to let you guys understand, when I was a kid, and I'm talking like, junior, from elementary up until the end of junior high, let me be generous, maybe the beginning of high school, maybe my freshman year.
You mean the Saved by the Bell stage of your life?
Yeah. No, I love Saved by the Bell. And there are two versions of Saved by the Bell. The sort of junior high version where Zach Morris was younger as shit.
Yeah.
And in the high school version where he looks much more mature.
Like he was banging chicks left and right?
Exactly. And there's two different reasons where I love the two different eras. My whole thing is, Saved by the Bell junior years, I absolutely loved movies in which kids were the main protagonists, because every kid wants to idolize either a kid doing an adult role or just adults. And I used to fucking love that shit.
I
used to
love that shit too.
All the old Nickelodeon shows like Salute Your Shorts, Welcome Freshmen. They were always kids playing the main roles, and I fucking loved that shit. Now, we fast forward to the high school Saved by the Bell stuff. I still love things with young adults, but for different reasons. So, and when I say different reasons, I mean every single female character on Saved by the Bell, I just wanted to bang.
Yeah.
I mean, just when I got to that age, I mean, we're all friends here. We're all family. I'm going to talk to you guys like we're all friends. Look, I was beating my meat to the point where the semen was replaced with bone marrow.
Oh,
it was like nothing
man.
left. But either way, still, I loved movies in which young adults, or when I was younger, kids were the main protagonists because kids were acting as adults. As a kid, I would have loved this fucking movie. But now, as a wizened, gray-haired millennial, this was cringy as shit.
Yeah.
Not bad. Outright, I'm not going to say bad. And then I would hear my kids, if I had them, "Shh, Dad, I'm trying to hear." And I just have to, like, shut up and bear with it because this is for them, not me. But that's the whole thing with that. But like I said, the basic idea is in Britain, you've got high school students acting. They're doing the best they can. They're kid actors. Let me go through the actors and the kids.
If you want to go through the plot, because once we go into actors, there's no going back at this point.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So the idea is this kid, Alex, he's a kid with a single mom, and he wants to find something special about his life. And because his dad's not around, his dad left a book about King Arthur, and he signed it, and he's like, "You are my one and future king, and you'll be great," and this and that, whatever. So he goes around trying to be good guy man. He's constantly helping his best friend from getting the piss beat out of him by bullies, which is a natural order of things.
Yeah, he's a little Indian boy, so I think.
I'm sorry, Betters is his name. And he's a chubby Indian kid.
He reminds me of the villain from freaking Deadpool, the bad guy.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh, and before I forget, I will say, these British movies really push that diversity shit. You may think diversity is getting out of hand in America. Well, we gotta have the Rainbow Coalition for every cast. Man, these British ain't fucking around. They had an Indian kid, a black girl, blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid, who of course is the bully, because blonde-haired,
and then you have to have a white
bad.
kid that's bad.
That's what I was talking about. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed white kid.
Yeah.
He's the bully.
Yeah.
He's the bad one. But they push the living shit out of these diversity hires. They're not fucking around.
So this is what we'll do. Once we do all the characters, when we wrap this up, let's do a American version, PG-13 rated R version of this movie.
Oh, that's a good idea. American version.
Yeah.
So yes, let's go through the characters. So we have Alex, played by Louis Serkis. I kept his middle name out, even though they found it necessary to put it in IMDb, because I cannot pronounce that shit. So let's leave that there. His best friend, Betters, played by Dean... The fuck? Ray, please pronounce the name of the best friend for me, please. Betters.
Dean Chaumu.
What?
Chaumu? Dean Chaumu.
You being racist right now?
Nah, I guess he's Chaumu.
Okay, we'll go with that. Lance, my favorite character actually, played by Tom Taylor. He's the bully I was mentioning earlier. Okay, Kate, played by Rihanna Doris, who I think has a lot of potential. She reined her shit in, which I think was actually much better.
She, to me, felt like a cardboard cutout through half this movie. Like, she really didn't
Which is
engage.
why I liked her. She didn't throw herself out too much, so she doesn't have much to lose. But it looks, from the way she acted, she did as she was told.
Yeah.
And that's all that really matters. And you've got young Merlin, played by Angus Meary, who, in my opinion, was the best character.
He stole the entire movie.
But then again, he was older. That's not really fair, I think. But he did it. He threw his ass in there. It was like, this movie's garbage, but guess what? I'm going to eat this shit and shit gold.
The thing is, even if he was in it, when he was on screen, he was doing much, much more to attract comedy on his side.
Yes.
And that's not easy for a young actor to do.
It is not, no.
I would say he was probably the only thing that kept me halfway awake through the entire movie.
Yeah, other than old Old Merlin, which was played by Patrick Stewart. No one else is worth mentioning because everyone else is a side character, which is fine.
And no one else you would even recognize to give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty much the way it was. And I mean, they all did a well enough job. I have some standards of decency. I won't start ripping apart people's acting ability. All these kids were the main characters, and if they were just side characters, I'd shit on them. Because kids, this is how you learn. They're the main characters and they're all kids. I'm like, they'll eventually get better. When you say, hey, read this thing on a piece of paper, they don't know how to really. So I'm not going to shit on them too much. I have some levels of decency.
I mean, some of the adults casted in this film.
No, I will completely shit on the adults. When I shit on the adults, what's his mom's character's name?
Good luck trying to find her.
Yeah, her picture's not even fucking put on here.
Keep scrolling down.
All right, hold on. Hey guys, bear with us. Hold on, because I want to pick the piss out of somebody at least. I have to fuck with other people to make myself feel better.
Even the passerby is accredited, but I cannot find his mom.
Fuck, you're right.
The guy walking down the street.
Goddamn mom. Now you know what's fucked up, by the way, because this is the whole thing with British versus American movies, and you know what? Goddamn. Before I do that, I just want to get one thing off my chest, if you don't mind. Guys, listening, please bear with this. What the fuck happened to British movies that are aimed at kids? When I was a kid, I loved fucking British movies because they were so fucking off the wall, yet still aimed for kids. Perfect example. Ray, if you were a kid, what do you think you would enjoy more? This or fucking Time Bandits?
Time Bandits?
Dude, Time Bandits, I was fucking freaked out and enjoyed, and at the same time, I had no fucking idea what that movie was about. I had fucking nightmares. I'll say it. I had nightmares because of Time Bandits. Mom, Dad, don't touch it. It's evil. I'm like, I don't understand. Oh shit, his parents are dead. Roll credits. Like, what? What the fuck was going on? I got fucking nightmares from that.
Shit happens.
Some small men are gonna come into my bedroom, because I'm young. I see shit in the shadows. I don't know what the fuck's going on. They're gonna push the wall open. I'm gonna go into the wall. Some weird psychedelic shit's gonna happen. Then I'm gonna wake up. And my parents are going to be like, no, you fucking had a nightmare. You don't know what you're talking about. And then they're going to touch a piece of coal and die. Now, everything up into them touching the piece of coal and dying, I could see happening to me as a kid. Remember, you're a kid.
Yeah.
You have a nightmare. When you wake up, you don't know what's real and what's not.
You don't.
And could you imagine having a dream about some midgets coming into your room, pushing your wall open, and you go on a fantastical journey? As a kid, that shit could happen. You don't fucking know.
That could.
But that's the sort of shit that British cinema used to do. And now we get this. It's like they don't want to psychologically traumatize kids. And that's a shame. Kids deserve to be mentally fucked with.
The thing is, this movie started out so epic. Like with the animated sequence, I'm like, man, this is pretty nice. This is nice.
Yes, the hand-drawn animated shit. Yeah, I will say that was nice.
That was really nice. And I'm like, okay, all right, this is actually getting me ready to get this roller coaster ride going. And then I forgot, I'm on a kid's roller coaster.
Yes.
So the inclines and the slopes and the steeps aren't that high to begin with.
When you go down that first slope, you're like, oh, okay, that was decent.
That's as good as it's going to get.
And then you remember with roller coasters, oh, wait, the first drop is supposed to be the biggest.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the
biggest. And then from there, once you remember that, from there on out, that roller coaster is shit. You're like, I'm not going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is going to be bad. I think that's the
best analogy, I think.
No, yeah. With the roller coaster, the first drop is always the biggest.
Yeah.
And with this, when you go to that first drop, oh, that was nice. And you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I knew.
That was it.
I knew we were in trouble.
And all you can do is pretend to enjoy it for the sake of your kids who are sitting in the cart next to you. It's like, oh, yay.
I know that mom was not pleased with me sitting next to her because I kept turning around and
dude, you fell asleep like fucking 4 times.
I was probably
and snoring loudly. I think I jabbed you in the ribs once.
Sorry, man.
And that's to say, I don't know how long he went without me jabbing him in the ribs because I fell asleep twice. I fucking fell asleep.
Oh man!
Not because it's a shitty movie per se. I mean, like I said, junior high me would have loved the shit out of this, but adult me, you know, I'm thinking like, fuck, did I pay my fucking gas bill? Oh, fuck, what did I do yesterday? And then I fucking fall asleep.
I think to be honest, guys, we tried to hit the eject button on this within 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, because as we walked past, you were the one that pointed out, oh, shit, the new Dragon Ball movie's here. And I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? And you was like, yo, you Dragon Ball movies over there. And because you knew that I was so depressed and having to see this, you offered, like, yo, you want to go just fucking turn around and watch the Dragon Ball movie? And I was like, yo, what time it start? Oh, it looks like it started like
7 minutes ago.
No, I thought you said more than that.
No, it's about 7 minutes.
Because I remember I was like, nah, it's too far into it. Also, there was a time when I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fanboy, and then much further afterwards, I was just ashamed of being a Dragon. Cause I was going to get a tattoo of Piccolo, and looking back on it, I'm filled with shame.
Oh, man.
And I was like, nah, it already started. We missed too much. This is probably going to be shit. Let's see this. And then after like fucking 10 minutes, my thumb was hovering over that eject button. Because Ray was like, yo, we can still leave. We can literally walk out of the theater and go see Dragon Ball and just tell people that's what we meant to see. And I was like,
I had to look at my phone maybe more than like 10 to 15 times. I was like,
it's like, yo, we can leave.
Oh my God, please.
Any point, we can leave. You know, if the ushers are like, hey, can I see your ticket for this? Like, slap them in the face. They don't get paid enough to deal with that. You know, I was like, we can fucking just walk out and go see Dragon Ball. I was like, no, let's tough it out. In hindsight, I would have fucking went to go see the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
It's doing good. It's doing really good.
Yeah, I know after the fact, you read the ratings and whatnot. You're like, oh, this shit's got great fucking ratings. Like, for fucking Dragon Ball? I didn't even know that shit was in fucking theaters.
Yeah, I thought it was only going to be in theaters for like 1 weekend.
I didn't know it was in theaters, period.
Oh, well, shit.
But either way, it was like, no, we're going to sit there, we're going to fucking watch this and go through it and see what happens.
We just wanted to share the struggles with you guys as we're going through this movie.
Yeah, and then before we really get into the meat of it, there is one thing I realized. I got like a cultural study on British movies versus American movies. You know the kid's mom?
Yes.
Did you see any problem with her physically?
She's got I'm sure she probably has a hot rockin' bod. I mean, underneath the drapery, the tapestry that she was wearing.
But she wasn't like ugly.
No. I mean, she had no makeup on. Like, there was like no makeup
which is what you would normally see with a single mom in a house with her kid.
Well, yeah.
But here's my thing. The actress that plays the mom, and again, I, for the fucking life of me, cannot find her name.
She's not even on here. She's not, dude, she's not on here. I just
cannot fucking find her name. And there's no picture. I can't see a picture of her. I can't fucking find her.
She's not on here at all. She didn't want nothing to do with this fucking movie.
I mean, the movie's not that goddamn bad. Jesus. Well, either way, here's my point. I'm looking at his mom, and again, she is not ugly by any stretch.
Oh, shit.
But every fucking scene... Oh, shit, what?
Well, apparently, she's named as Sophie.
Is that her?
I think that's her.
Are you sure?
I can't be 100% sure, honestly.
I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Hold on here.
Does that look like her?
She was in fucking Star Wars? I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a picture of her.
Hey, what about this? What about this one? Does that look like her?
I'm trying to find a picture of her in this movie.
No,
normally, if you click her picture, they will show her picture in a scene of this movie.
No, they ain't probably showing shit.
Okay, fuck it. We're gonna say it's her. Fuck it.
Are you sure? Because
if it's not her, guys, we apologize. I'm gonna say Genevieve O'Reilly was playing the role of this kid's mom.
Yeah, because we don't know who it is.
If I'm wrong, I apologize to Miss O'Reilly. But the whole time I'm watching this, constantly in the back of my head, I'm picking out things that are wrong with her look, her beauty, and that was not fair. She was not ugly. But the thing with American movies, any female that's going to have lines is going to be hot.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, a single mom of a 12-year-old kid is not going to be hot. She's going to have mom lips. Anytime she's not outside the house, she will have given up on makeup or anything like that. She's going to look like somebody who I'm going to say, I'm not going to bang that. And this woman looked slightly better than that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, her face looks like a fucking horse. Then I'm like, man, her teeth aren't properly aligned. Like, I see crow's feet in her eyes. Because she wasn't supermodel hot.
Yeah.
And that's what we look for in American media, which is horrendously unrealistic.
Yes.
But still, that's what they go for the market, okay? Parents going to take their kids. I'm going to give the dad some eye candy. I'm going to give the dad something to beat off to because he ain't fucking his wife. Let's be honest. Him and his wife were married for long enough.
There's no eye candy in this movie whatsoever.
No. The principal of the school looked like a fucking poltergeist with black skin. I mean... Jesus. Any person of color in the movie looks so dark that it looked like they suck light into themselves. They look like a fucking black hole.
Oh, man.
I mean, but whatever. It's just a difference. What people are looking for. It has nothing to do with acting ability. It's just, we want eye candy. That's it. We don't fucking care if you can act. We want eye candy. And the mom did not look like a supermodel, which makes sense. It's a mom. And I'm upset at myself for constantly looking at her like, why am I, for no reason whatsoever, I'm constantly looking at flaws in this woman. Fuck you, Hollywood, for making me into a monster. Yeah. I am sorry. Hashtag me too for all the women out there who are less than a 10 on any sort of scale in a movie. I apologize. I will go to therapy. I'm going to rehab to make myself a better male. Please don't take my job away from me. So, what I was thinking was, let's do something a little fun.
Yeah.
As we go over this movie from start to end, we're going to compare what an American studio would have done, or in some cases, what I myself would have done to make those scenes a bit better.
Yes.
Because, honestly, I would have just gone with my basic experience in high school, which would have made this more for adults than kids.
Yes.
But still would have made it much, much funnier.
I think a lot funnier.
Yes. As the movie's going on, you see the main character, Alex. He goes to, he finds his friend Betters, who's being bullied by Lance and Kay, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan Ubermensch and the black girl. And they're hanging him upside down, basically just threatening him to get his money. He's like, leave Betters alone and this and that. With me and bullies, when I was in school, it was so routine that if one person was being singled out and was being fucked with, I could literally walk up to them and ask them when they're going to be done. And they were like, yeah, we'll be done at this time. And I know they're not going to fuck with me because it's like, it's like 3 minutes till the bell. Yeah. You got shit to do. I got shit to do. We've all accepted our place. Yes. Let me know when this is going to be done. I see my friend hung upside down. Oh, the blood's rushing to my head. I'm going to die. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're not going to die. Look, when y'all going to be done? I got some shit I got to do with him. And they were like, 5 minutes. And I walk around the corner and wait. And then it's done, he doesn't come around the corner. What the fuck, man? You didn't help me. No, it's like, all right, I didn't get a nosebleed. We're good. And we fucking walk off the class.
It's self-preservation, especially where we went to school. So it's
yeah.
It's like, oh shit, man, we're fucking running from the bullies. Hey, slow down, wait up, man. Oh, keep up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to run faster than a lion. It's got to run faster than you. We always wanted a fat friend, and now you know why. But so they're getting bullied, and they go into class, and the principal's like, we need to know who bullied you. And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. Well, you must tell us, or otherwise all of you get detention and this and that, which is pretty simple. Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, but the thing is, I listened to the principal's message, and it's a really crummy outlook in life.
Yes.
She says, you grew up and other people grew up in better stations than you, and so you have to accommodate to the world instead of you.
Well, first of all, they're in a private academy, so I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. If they can afford that in Britain, he's already one step ahead of the game.
I know. It's like, why are you giving us the message of just to get what the world tosses it to us and then eat the shit?
No, I'm thinking, why the fuck do you care? I mean, in my school, we had one principal and 3 vice principals.
I think we had like one counselor.
No, you had one counselor. There are actually multiples, but you only saw yours. And I only saw mine once.
Yeah, I saw mine
and that
once.
was to get some paperwork. I want to talk to that motherfucker. He looked like a fucking pedophile. I don't really have shit to do with him. Yeah, those counselors like, did you get killed? Well, I'm sitting here talking to you. All right, go back to class.
You know, it was so strange on the yearbook where you would see students that were killed in the yearbook.
Yeah, I don't like to reminisce.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we went to an inner city school, guys. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty fucking bad. Yeah. All of our listeners who went to our particular high school, you know what we're talking about. It was a bad school. It's a very bad school. But I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Stitches get snitches. I ain't saying shit. Of course, in my school, no one would have been sent to the principal's office unless there was a fatality.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, this kid's talking to the principal. There's a fight in the school.
Yeah.
You can talk to the principal. I remember my orientation day, freshman year orientation, I saw one of the vice principals get slammed on his fucking head. I saw his feet pointed due north. And he got slammed on his goddamn head. Welcome to school. First day of school.
In my orientation day, they would pull out 2 TVs and a VCR, and they would connect the VCR, and they would put a VHS tape in there. And then when they played the VHS tape to tell you who went to the school, someone put a porno tape in there.
Oh, dude, I fucking heard about that. That was epic. I was in there 1 year before you.
Yeah.
So you were the year after. And I fucking remember that because the school was on lockdown. Because they had to find who did that shit. Someone spliced porn into the orientation video. And it was like, from what I heard,
they couldn't
the
stop
guy
it.
said, this is what the school is all about. And then immediately something spliced in with some guy beating his dick. And from what I heard, it went on for like 10 minutes.
It went on
before they realized and turned it off.
Yeah, they couldn't stop it.
That was fucking epic. And they were just constantly over the intercom calling random people to the principal's office.
It was good. It was good.
And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I heard like after the fact, like, yo, someone put some hardcore porn on there. And I was like, shit, I wish I was a freshman, because this is before the internet. Porn was hard to come by.
Yeah, and you would think anybody would be splicing shit together.
That's work. That's talent. He's probably working for Disney or IMAX or some shit right now. That's fucking talent right there.
It is talent. It is talent.
But that was fucking awesome. No. Wow, we got in a fucking tangent. I'm sorry, guys. We just got in a tangent of our own high school shit.
It's relevant because we're talking about a high school that everyone was dressed prim and proper, but yet the bullies, they look like they were bullies, but not really.
They're dressed too well.
Yeah, they're dressed too well. You really couldn't believe it. You couldn't feel it.
And what happens is they chase this kid they chase Alex into a construction yard.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, these bullies were working. If my bullies never chased me, because there was just, it's like too many fatted calves around for you to have to chase down the fatted calves. I could run past one fat kid and trip him, and then they would just stop and fuck with him. Yeah, they chase this kid like across town.
I remember turning to you, it's like, dude, it's like fucking, what is it, 10 o'clock at night? These kids are getting out at 10 o'clock at night?
That's another thing. He was in detention. He got out like evening. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
There's no sunset. There's no sunset there. They only had to film this shit in the middle of the night.
And he runs into a construction yard, which is where he finds the sword of Excalibur in a stone. And I was already kind of pissed off because they said the legend of Excalibur, but they said it wrong, which they later correct. Merlin says, look, this book is just about legend. All legend is stories which turn into rumors, which then turns into legend. He was like, yeah, you basically piss on this. This is all fake. Because the kid was pissed off, like, my dad wasn't a hero who handed this down to me. It's like, no, dude, legend is garbage. The stories get so muddled, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Just ignore it, which I like.
Yeah,
I genuinely like that. The original thing they said was like, oh, Merlin created Excalibur and put it in stone. I'm like, no, Excalibur came from the Lady of the Lake.
Yeah.
Arthur's father, Uther, plunged the sword into a stone before he died, after giving up his son, which he had made in exchange to be able to rape a woman and have a child out of wedlock. The original story is pretty rough.
Do you think?
But anyway,
do you think his mom was raped and his dad is in jail?
That would be great if they hinted that, but they did not.
Yeah.
I don't need to hint as to whether that happened. They pretty much like, no, your dad was just some asshole who was an alcoholic.
He just left.
Yeah, we don't know where he is. Fuck him. And I say, oh, Okay, that's fine, I guess. So anyway, he finds a sword and brings it home. And remember, in England, he can go to jail for having anything as sharp as a butter knife. That's the way England is. So he has the freaking sword, and Merlin comes up out of, what was it, Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Buck ass naked.
Yes.
In order for him to do his spells, he does like
ninjutsu, like Naruto ninjutsu hand signals?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He does some Naruto hand signals to make his spells work, and he goes to where the kid's school is, so he gets a uniform, and he looks like a 24-year-old man, and they're like, oh, this is our newest student, and everyone's like, yeah, this guy looks like a fucking Riri, you know, he's like a fucking retard.
The funny thing is, the friendship angle with Betters and Alex, it didn't feel real to me because they were so chummy. There's a moment I thought like in love with each other, and it was like
there was some gay shit going on,
and it was like,
especially in that day and age, you call it out immediately. Like, are you trying to fuck me?
And as soon as Merlin came in, he was staring at him while he was in school. And I'm like,
now here's
that
where
was really funny.
Let's convert it over to what I would have written.
Okay.
Because every class, Merlin's staring at him, and he looks and sees Merlin staring at him, and he quickly just like looks away. And then at lunch, Merlin's like, oh, Sir Alex, I need you to do this and that. And they just go and take their trays and walk off really quick so as not to be associated with the weird kid. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, if this was just me in high school, it'd be much funnier.
Yeah.
She'd be like, you know, Sir Antoine, like, yo, I don't fucking know you. Don't say my name. I need you to and I would look people, I would say it loud. I don't fucking know you. You're a fucking loser. Fuck you. And I don't even know. I don't have any ill will to this kid.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because I have to protect myself.
Yeah, you just put a target on your back.
Like, I don't fucking know you, dude. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. I even throw out, I'm looking around. I'll beat you up again like I did last time. It's like, I don't, like, you're just making it worse for me, bro. It's dog eat dog. I don't fucking know you. Fuck off. Fuck off. Get out of here, bro. Seriously. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to have shit to do with you. Leave me alone. Yo, and they're fucking wandering off. After he gets the sword or whatnot, he goes home, and then, you know, he wakes up because there's some noise, looks in his mirror, sees a fire-breathing demon come out of the ground, and he freaks out, and he runs to the bed, and he goes back, and it's gone. Then it's in the house, and he runs to his mom's room, and she's not there, and he kind of fights the demon off. And there's a reason for all that. Apparently, when the demons show up, everyone else disappears. You're like in a pocket universe. Now, I'm thinking I make it funnier. He hears a noise, right? I wake up. I'm groggy. I go to the window. I see a demon. This kid's 12. I see a demon claw itself out of the ground in my front yard. You know, I open up the blinds. I look down and see a demon clawing his way back up. I slowly bring the blinds back down. I get back into bed. And then I hear some noise downstairs. What the fuck? I get out the bed. I look down there. I see a demon. I say to myself, all right, I'm having a nightmare. Let me go wake up my mom. Go to mom's room. So he goes to mom's room. Mom. His mother's not there. So he runs to his room. I figure myself, run to the room. Mom. Look around. Mother's not there. You are a terrible mother. And then I go back to the room. Like, you're not even fucking home. Yeah. You're a terrible mother. It's a single mom joke. That's what I would have done. That could have gotten a couple chuckles, you know? But then when he wakes up, everything's back to normal. His mom's there, that sort of thing, whatever. You know, because Merlin bursts in and saves his ass. What also would have been funnier, after Merlin comes in, when he's going to leave, he turns into an owl to fly out. He flies to the window, bam, hits the window.
That's what I thought he was going to do.
The kid calmly walks to the window and slides it open. And then he flies out the window. It's like, yeah, the fucking window's closed, man. Relax. Chill. You know, that sort of thing.
If this was done in America, freaking, you would have had the Alex character. He would have been a lot skinnier, first of all. He would have had a hot-ass mom.
Yep.
He would have had probably an annoying sibling.
Oh, by the way, the Alex kid would have been played by someone who's at least 17.
Yeah, 17, 18.
I'm just a 12-year-old boy.
And he would have had a mustache.
And abs.
Yeah. And must abs,
Yeah. Soccer moms would have been wetting the seats for this supposedly 12-year-old boy. There may have been a sex scene too. I don't know. That's how American cinema works. Now, here's the thing. The majority of the film is very, very, very forgettable.
It's very dry and drab.
Yeah. and I would like to go over a lot of the middle stuff, but honestly, I fell asleep through the vast majority of that. If you want to take it, Ray, you want to go over some of the stuff in the middle?
Well, yeah. Here's
Before
what
the main fight?
here's what I remember. He befriends the two bullies, and he kind of cons them into helping him to fight, because apparently once you're knighted by Alex, you are susceptible to all these.
Yeah, you can see all the shit,
all the demons and whatnot. Yeah. So pretty much they go on this adventure to go see his dad. They travel and they walk, and they travel and they walk. For some strange reason, I felt like I was watching Lord of the Rings thing, where you see them walking 20 miles and they're walking some more, and it came to a point where like Stonehenge is like a portal to other locations in Britain. We're traveling and we're traveling some more. It's like, why can't we just get to the fucking destination like in 2 minutes?
Character building.
Please, God, please help me. Director wanted us to suffer through this shit. Some of the character building there, you had to build trust with the Lance character, the bully. He had to be a hard ass. He had to deceive Alex to become a better friend to Alex. And all this mumbo jumbo is like, look, man, please, just let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. This character building, I could give two shits about this bully. Your cast and your crew of your Knights of the Round Table, the chemistry is just not there. Please don't make me suffer through this anymore. And I fell asleep.
So basically, your brain was shutting off to protect you.
And the music wasn't that good either. So I mean, it was just lullabying me to sleep. I would wake up. I would wake up, turn to you. I said, you fucking fell asleep. So I had to at least kind of record of what was going on. I fucking knocked out again, and I know you woke up, so I know you saw something.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they had armor. So I don't know how the fuck they got armor.
They got armor because his friend learned to do to copy metal.
Yeah, I know.
So he copied silver dollars enough times to purchase some knockoff armor based on basically hugely counterfeit money. But yeah, that's what happened. I think what's best is the only part of the movie you need to see is the very beginning
and
where they get the characters in the very end. The very end was actually good, because what happens at the very end is they say, hey, this woman's coming with her army to the school. They're coming to us, and we're going to use the school as our fort, a defensive position, and the only people who can fight the demons are people who've been knighted. So they hypnotize the teacher and all the faculty into saying, hey kids, do what this one kid says, and we'll give you credit for the entire school day. So all right, fuck it, whatever, we'll give you swords and armor. So the kid just goes, he's knighting every single student, he's giving armor and swords to every single student. Somehow, in the span of like an hour and a half, they fortify the entire fucking school and set things up. They use the cars in the teacher's parking lot to ram the skeleton people on horseback. They make like trebuchets in the gymnasium, all sorts of crazy shit. It would have taken at least 2 days.
They tried. They really tried to make it interesting.
No. It was it was a nice battle scene. The very ending was actually very nice, with all these kids fighting all the skeleton monsters. There's even a montage of them training the students to fight with swords. So I guess they learn how to parry and defend and attack.
Okay.
Within 20 minutes.
All right. Imagine you're in this situation and say, hey, look, man, let me knight you for you could fight these demon flame sword wielding creatures, and you think, oh, because everybody else is doing it, you're gonna do it too. You get knighted, and then you say, oh, this is fucking bullshit. It's fucking Alex character, man. He's talking all this shit. I seen this guy transform into a freaking owl. You know what? Fuck that shit, man. His problems ain't my problems, man. Fuck. And so what? He shows up. This army shows up.
You don't believe any of this shit's real, and you're getting credit for the day. It's like, all right, whatever.
What would happen to you if you would have saw that freaking...
No, I ran off. Yeah, the moment I saw this shit... See, us getting the armor and the swords, I did first think was cool, because I'm going to try to take some of this shit home. But the moment I see some dude on horseback with a flaming skull, yeah, I drop my shit and leave. Maybe I wait until he gets inside to see how real it is, but I would have had at least like 5 or 6 students die to really drive it home.
I was looking for the casualty count, because,
no students got killed. And I understand these guys are just bones, just break the bones or whatever and they'll fall, but they're swinging flaming swords that are real. You will get burned and you will get cut. Once I see that, I'm like, yeah, I'm going home. I drop my fucking sword and leave, run for my fucking life. Fuck that.
It's like, yo, I ain't signed up for this shit. How would that final battle scene go if it was done in America?
There'd be a lot more gags involved, a lot more Home Alone style, wah wah, some shit like that.
Oh, more comedy?
Yeah, and a lot more one-liners, you know. Yeah, it all comes down to the last fight, you know, against Morgana up on the roof. I mean, the last battle was great.
They just throw ropes.
I remember, because when I came out of that, I was very groggy because I slept for like 20 minutes, and I was kind of groggy, and I was like, oh, this shit with the school is nice. I think they like threw some chairs to tie her down.
Yeah, they did. They tried to.
And what do you do, like stab her or some shit?
Yeah, no, he mounted her on her back, and he cut her fucking head off.
That's good. I would have had like blood skirting up out of the... Remember, in high school, we were into anime at that time. I would have had some fucking Dagger of Kamui / some ninjas go, Baccarops! Blood everywhere. And at least one scene of someone getting their titties sucked.
Oh.
I don't mind raping a corpse.
Oh my god, that's a great line in that movie.
Yeah, I was just throwing that in there for the fans.
I felt like I was in a war watching this film, man. I was taking body blow after body blow after body blow. I had succumbed. I went down for the count. I had to.
The last battle was great. This is a good thing or a bad thing, but they pulled the curtain on that shit right away when it was over. When that battle was over, okay, they're all at a pond now with Merlin. And he was like, good work, everybody. Hey, you'll be great, valiant people in the future someday. Now, mind you, all that shit was in a pocket dimension. But when it's over, the damage to the school remains. When you take all the administrators out of their hypnosis, or like, what the fuck just happened? You know, all this unexplained shit. How do you plus the fact that all the students are armed. How do you explain any of this and the fact that the students remember this happening?
I know.
Not important. Roll credits. Them credits hit you like a fucking sack of fucking potatoes.
That shit went from black screen. Like, instantly, as soon as the lady like grabbed that sword, it went black. Like, get the fuck out.
Get out the theater. Cleaning crew is coming in.
I do believe there's no music on that credit scene.
No.
That shit was like...
There was no music. I expected like a sad French clown to be singing. And just flashing credits.
Oh my god.
Which I guess is for the best, I suppose.
Now that I think about it, all this niceties, I should say, in this movie was because they're just trying to keep the demographic clean and pure. The level of aggression felt phony.
Because PG.
But even in PG, you can still feel the level of threat.
British.
Yeah, I guess you're right on that.
I mean, you know, what else am I going to tell you? That's the only thing I can imagine. It wasn't no Hollywood, I'm going to sever the neck and break the spine and gore people and afterwards play a clip that says the only true way to peace is nonviolence. I can't pull a Miami Connection. What do you want, Ray? What do you want? If it were America, they would have pulled the Miami Connection.
Apparently, the only one that went away with an actual gift is the Betters. Because he can make fake shit.
Oh, yeah, he's rich. I promise to only use it for good. I'm like 10 minutes after that motherfucker leave. I'm going to be rolling down the street. I'm rich, biatch. I'd be making gold bars. I'd fucking crater the economy with all the gold I'd be making. I'd make enough silver dollars to buy a gold bar. To make enough gold bars to buy a fucking island. It'd be fucking awesome. But I feel kind of bad that we couldn't go more in depth than that.
I think we went in depth enough.
But I fucking going in and out, man. I'm sorry. I was fucking falling asleep.
Look, all I can say is the only thing that kept me from asleep is young Merlin. He did a phenomenal job. Angus, bright career in front of him. Really, 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 really did a good job.
Looks like a sack of potatoes, but
if he was not in this movie,
worked on.
I would probably hit the eject button so much quicker. It's like you know something's wrong.
Yeah,
that's what this movie did.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's review this.
All right, let's do this.
I will give this, and this was very hard to do. Remember, I always tell you guys when I review a movie, I'm not looking at something that I would enjoy. I'm looking at something that the target audience would enjoy. And the target audience for this were kids in their tweens, most likely even younger than that. I mean, there were tons of fucking kids in that theater.
Dude, that theater only sat like 20 people, man.
It was damn near full.
It was full because there was only 20 seats in the damn theater.
There was fucking kids and their parents.
All I remember is that one parent clapping, and he heard the sound of no one else doing the same.
I don't remember that. All I remember is walking in that theater saying, "We're in the right fucking theater." because there were way too many people in there. So that's a good sign, I guess, because parents got to pay for themselves and their kids. Kids don't eat free. Looking at it from a kid's perspective, and not from a kid's perspective, from a parent's perspective who's taking their kids to see it, it did what it needed to do. So I am going to give this a very, very, very low rental.
Oh.
And
okay.
If I were a kid, I'd probably like it. As a parent, I'm just gonna be rolling my eyes into the back of my fucking head and going to sleep. It'd be torture if you had to stay awake.
Oh my god.
As a parent, this would be fucking torture. By all means, take your kids. This is just something you gotta take for the team. As a parent, you gotta take that L. Am I going to take a shower, get in the car, pay for $30 worth of tickets, and then God knows how much for popcorn and soda and shit to watch this? Fuck that. I don't love my kids that much. No, kids, we're going to see this on Netflix. So we will see it on Netflix. But full price? No. Matinee? Oh, it's cheaper. I still got to get in the car and go down there and pay for popcorn. No. We're going to watch it on Netflix. And you're going to eat, I don't know, is Wingstop delivering? Just get some Pizza Hut. Give me a fucking pizza. That'll shut them up. And maybe like a quarter of the way through the movie, I'm going to get up to go to the bathroom and just not come back in the room. I mean, fuck it. Whatever. It'll keep them quiet for 2 hours, and that's worth the cost of a pizza. So, yeah, I definitely give it a low rental.
Well, I'm going to give this a low rental as well, because...
Very low rental.
There's so much I could have done. I could have seen Dragon Ball, for crying out loud. I mean, I really gave this movie a good chance. I was rooting for it. I wanted it to be entertaining. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because it's my taste. And I was trying to give it that Goonies vibe. Maybe, the trailer was cut where it kind of gave you that childhood-like innocence of imagination and struggle and adventure. Like Goonies did, but their dialogue really was piss poor when it came to Alex and Betters. Their dialogue was shit. Young Merlin, he was just so entertaining because he was just speaking an old language and still be entertaining. I honestly feel that this movie couldn't be any better than
and I kept waiting for Patrick Stewart to do something off the wall, and he didn't.
He looked like he was straight-jacketed into this movie. Like, they got him out of the loony bin.
No, I think he wanted to do it because it's cute. Because ever since Patrick Stewart was done with Star Trek, everything he has done has been like, fuck you, I find it interesting. That's been his motivation for everything. And I just kept waiting for like a fucking American Dad quote or something.
I was just waiting for them, it looked like they just pulled him out of bed. Hey, we need you on set for just like one day.
Yeah, but he could have told him to fuck off, and he didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's something in there. He wanted to do something. He did what was necessary.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, he did what was necessary.
All right, guys. Don't forget to visit us on our website at g2ta.net and gottatalkabout.com. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page. Also, visit us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/g2ta. Yeah, don't forget, guys, if you have an Apple iPhone, just to please rate us. It'll help us get at least found a lot easier. So do that for us if you guys can.
And if you don't have an Apple iPhone,
just rate us at any place. Give us 5 stars if
or
you can.
sell your phone, get an Apple iPhone.
Yeah, either that. That too.
That'll work.
I tell you, man, if this would have been the middle school in the U.S., people would have been just beating the living shit out of this kid. Like, there was no violence. There's like no physical violence. They would have had him hanging upside down, and they would have punched him right in the gut a couple of good times instead of just letting him go. And they probably would have fat shamed him.
Well, it'd have been worse than fat shaming, trust me.